this is Lok. This video covers all the new updates for patch 1.07. So apart from a bunch of bug fixes that a lot of you have reported, thank you so much for reporting to me through email, through Discord, through YouTube, everywhere, through the feedback tool. I appreciate your help a lot. I have a few new things to share with you. First, this one is requested by Marcel. This is essentially the scan bay for Renton's Bay 3.5. So if you hit escape, go over to edit, go to Bay, click enable bays, go over to Renton. Oh, wrong one. Renton, now you see Bay 3.5, which is a very tiny bay. It used to be our safety area for the Renton Fish and Game Club, but now it's being used in larger matches as a extra bay. So hope you like that, Marcel. Now for the others. There was a request by Christopher, one of our patrons, to be able to hide the timer during dry fire mode. So if you have like targets here and you switch over to simulation mode, you see this timer that's up there, or in dry fire mode as well, F9, you see the timer. You can hide it by just hitting H, as you can see in the text right up here. So just hit H and the timer's gone. If you want to bring it back, just hit H again. Same thing in simulation mode, hit H, timer's gone, and bring it back. You can still use the timer even if it's gone. Just hit enter.
Are you ready?
Right? It still works like this, but it's just a way to maybe clear the screen so it'll look really nice during dry fire mode, right? Like say if you go dry fire mode and hide it, it just looks really nice and clear and empty. Next thing is the feedback that I got about the layout page. So for instance, if you have a stage like this, just make a simple one like that. And if you go over to escape, edit, and go to stage briefing, if you go to print, and if you choose to print the layout page, you see a layout page down here. You can zoom in and out, but before this you could not control the direction. It basically tries to center itself in the middle of the stage, but sometimes people want to be able to manipulate this themselves. So what you can do now is you can click on this image and you can drag it around and position where you want. So you can go all the way in and just present it like this, and this will be printed in the layout page as well. So hopefully you like that feature, whoever asked for this. There's also requests for enhancements to the Sightline tool. So if you look at the Sightline tool now, if I could drop it in, you see down there's a new item here called Simple, and if you highlight it, it shows that you can also now cycle the precision. So there are 3 different precisions: simple, medium, and precise. So and you change it using the angle, the square bracket. So if you hit square bracket, this is simple. If you hit medium, as you can see, it gets more, the ray gets tinier, and if you hit one more time, it's precise. So now it's a lot more precise in its scanning, but it is a lot more CPU intensive. So please use it. As you can see, my whole machine now is like lagging like crazy. Whereas in simple, it's really fast, right? And so it's up to you. If you really need that kind of fidelity, you can switch this to precise, or you can keep it as simple. Simple is the default setting. The other thing now is you can walk right through your sightline objects, and so you can place them everywhere in your stage and you won't hinder your movements. And the last thing, if you realize that when I move my objects, it's kind of snapping to grid. So if you hit escape and you go over to file settings, here you have this option called snap to grid. Previously the snap to grid was snapping to a non-existent grid. It wasn't aligned with this grid on the ground. Now it is aligned, so I can move my wall and align it to the grid. So basically I can clone this and then move it, and it's positioned correctly. So I can clone this, I can rotate it. Right, let's say I rotate it to something like this, and then when I place it there, it's basically aligned to the grid. And then for objects like all the other objects, basically aligned to the center position of the grid. And so if you have another one here, you can place it right next to it, and it looks really nice. Same thing for paper targets as well. As you can see, it positions right in the middle. Some of the alignment is a little bit off, but I think for most targets it will be pretty centered. Yeah, like that, it centers on the line. And so hopefully that will help you design your stages better, I guess. So there you go. I hope you like update 1.07. Please continue to give me feedback. You know where to give me feedback. Just go over the file settings in the feedback area, or you can join the Discord server that we have. The link to the Discord server is in the YouTube description below. The original idea for building this tool was to build a custom stage design software that is free for anyone and everyone in our beloved sport of competition shooting. And so this has been a personal endeavor of mine for the past 2 years, And I appreciate all the help and support for those of you who provided me in the past 2 years while I was building this tool, and to our Patreon subscribers. If you wish to and are able to support, I would appreciate you being a Patreon subscriber, and that way I can give you a much better one-to-one support. We can chat online, we can jump on calls if you need any help with using this tool, or maybe with competition shooting in general. And I can also build some custom props for you if you want, that will be featured in the game. So that's it for patch 1.07. I hope you all like it. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on range.